I'm Theron, Ramacharaka. This video is about willing to will. Now, to get to this, I just want to point out, perhaps you, like me, in life have heard people state nice little quips of wisdom directed at you, and it left you a little baffled. Things like, you need to just get past things. And let's say you're having trouble getting past something, and somebody comes along and says that, maybe you just kind of want to smack them a little bit because they're not telling you how to do it. Maybe you, like I feel like saying at some of these moments in life when people walk up to you with these little aphorisms, maxims, axioms, and, well, cute little quips that perhaps make them feel like they're wiser than you are or have a better grip on life than you do. Maybe you just feel like saying, well, it's not as though I didn't think of that. The difficulty isn't in having thought of that or in having tried. The difficulty is in figuring out how to accomplish that. So thank you very much for your wisdom. If you could please now proceed telling me how to do that, I'd be very appreciative. Otherwise, please go shut up somewhere. One of those things that people say like that is, you gotta pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. Well, I tried that, you know. A long time ago, I actually had some boots, and they had little straps on them. I tried to pull myself up. Myself, you know, of course, not totally understanding what myself truly is. I was taking it in the context of bootstraps, literal bootstraps, and so I'm trying to like lift my body up into the air with these bootstraps. It didn't work. So if I could not get a grip on this literally, physically, you know, the way the thing is stated, how was I going to get a grip on it metaphorically, the way the thing was actually meant? I'm sure I was sure that I had accomplished it before, but didn't really realize that that's what I was accomplishing. And now that I needed to accomplish it because somebody's telling me, clearly then I was in a situation in which I was supposed to be pulling myself up by my own bootstraps. I could not figure out how in the world to do that, and they couldn't tell me. But here's what I think. I think the phrase, pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, refers to willing to will. At the bottom of affairs, regardless of the circumstance or the application that is pointed at when such a thing is uttered, whether it's pull yourself up by your own bootstraps or willing to will. A person, you, I, and everybody else can will to will. So if you're lacking the power of will to do something, well, you're probably not lacking the power of will to do something. So let's say you need to somehow pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. That is, get past something in life, and you just don't really know how to do it. But you'd like to have the will to do it. You'd like the will to do that, and you don't quite know how to do that because, after all, you're having trouble pulling yourself up by your own bootstraps, right? You can will to do it. And it will increase your access to and use of will to accomplish that. In fact, you can just generalize this whole idea and will to have greater access to and use of willpower in general in your life by making a daily practice out of focusing your mind for a moment on the mental action that is involved in willing to have greater willpower, which amounts to greater access to and use of the power of will. You know, the power of will grid, the willpower grid. You can simply, every day, every morning, whenever, first thing after you wake up, last thing before you go to sleep, just focus your mind for a moment, close your eyes, and repeat 3 times, thinking of the meaning of each word, deeply considering the meaning of each word. Each time you do it, I will to gain strong willpower. I, what it means, will, and what that means. To gain, that means. Strong, and what that means. Will, and what that means. Power, and what that means. 3 times in a row. As a general thing. I'm Theron Ramacharaka. Have a good day.